boom, he's back. Why people lack motivation? Lacking motivation, a lot of people. This is the big problem, is the lack of motivation. So why do they lack motivation? I think the lack of motivation comes from the lack of self-esteem. When you have a lack of self-esteem, it's hard to find motivation in whatever you do, because you can do something, but it's to keep the motivation, it's to keep the fire alive. It's easy to have a goal, to have something set for yourself, but can you keep the vision? Can you keep the fire alive? Like every day? It's an everyday thing. It's not something you do once in a while. It's an everyday thing. When you work on something, you consecrate your whole self to it. Go after it every day. Every day, and you build more awareness, you bring more consciousness, build more awareness. That's what's great. It's when you grow in awareness, because this is what expands. Consciousness cannot expand. Consciousness cannot expand. It's the awareness. Our awareness of who we are is expanding. Big time. And the people that are not on board are going to be very confused at one point, because this awakening is happening. More and more people are seeking truth, and seeking truth is heavy. Seeking truth is kind of making yourself, actualizing yourself in this matrix. This is really, to me, what is seeking truth. No, it's more to actualize yourself in this matrix. You can, like I say all the time, it's either you look for lies. If you look outside of yourself, all you will find is lies. Because people live the lie of Babylon. But if you concentrate on seeking inside of yourself and doing an internal journey, you're going to find a lot of truth. All the answers are inside. Everybody who used to tell me that, I used to listen to a lot of motivational speakers and a lot of people along my awakening that came to teach me on stuff, and they all said, go internal, go internal. I always found it weird, like, why go internal? Now I realize more than ever what they mean. What they mean, this is where you find everything. This is where you will find the greatness of who you are, the greatness of who we are, because it becomes a wholeness thing. It becomes a wholeness thing at one point. It's not just centered on the individual, but it becomes centered on the collectivity, on the community, on us. Got my green juice, my apple juice with the all the green powder in it. The good stuff. Yeah. Beautiful day, eh? Soon I'll be able to even go there. Usually I go there in the middle. This is all dry usually here. It's all dry, it's all on the stone. Now it's flooded. The water is going down gradually going down. And the days are getting hotter, and I'm getting hotter, so that's a good sign. If I get hotter, that's good. It's all about keeping the flame alive. That's the challenge. You're gonna see if you start conquering conquering yourself. In the end, it's conquering yourself. You're gonna see that it's a game changer on many levels. You will find power and strength like you never had. Soon you will start spreading your wings like you never did in your life. That's what happened. That's what happened to me. On many people can experience the same thing. It's not a fleeting idea in your mind. It's something solid. It's something that is anchored in you. The truth is not something that is a fleeting experience. It's something you have to anchor yourself in. But people are anchored in distraction and nonsense, and their mind is programmed. It's up to you to free your mind, It's very, like I say, it took me maybe that's the reason why it took me so long, it took me like 40 years to free my mind, maybe because it's a big job. There's people at 60, 70 years old that have no clue of what I'm talking about. So maybe because it happened at that stage for a reason. Not always, but sometimes I try to understand why it took me so long to see something so easy to see, something in plain sight. Something in plain sight. It's not because it's hard to see and there's lots of research to do. It's just a bit of questioning the government, questioning what we are told, what we are taught, but we are taught not to question. So we go along and we don't question anything, and we just think that what we're told is the truth. But this is the society we live in. Lies are considered as truth, and I know why now. I know why now more than ever. Why people say that. Before, I couldn't really make sense of why people would say that the world is a lie and everything, but the whole world is a lie. It's true. It's because this is it. When you start, first of all, speaking a bit more truth and aligning yourself with more truth, it's aligning yourself with yourself, with your true nature. You realize that everybody is out of freaking alignment. Everybody is misaligned and misguided, and everybody has like a low vibration. It's something we can all sense. It doesn't take a rocket science course to notice the low vibrations in people's life. It's very noticeable. Again, people don't really pay attention to each other, so they don't. They think that this is the reality. So I can only come here, shine my light, and try to deliver a message of hope and motivation and inspiration, hoping that some people get my drift, activate their mind and get the drift. Because if you don't get what I'm saying here, it might just be because your mind is not activated to the proper level. To the proper level, it's to activate your mind. Activate your mind, and you will catch my drift. There's a lot of people that can catch my drift here because their mind is activated. It's just a matter of activating your mind, activating the muscle up there, starting to work with it, starting to work with the muscle to, I don't know, to find out who you are. Find out who you are. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with finding out who we really are? This is what I'm talking about. I don't care about all the conspiracies and stuff. This doesn't define who I am. All will define who I am. Only me can define who I am, who I can be, and what I can do. So, it's to step into your power at one point and take ownership for your life and start defining your reality. You have the potential to do that. Your mind is very powerful. The mind is very, very powerful. To a level that only probably us can't even sense it now. Even me, I cannot sense fully how powerful my mind is. So I check the time. It's very, but this is the mystery that they want to take out from us. They want to take out all the mystery of life, so we become living dead and obvious to a system. Like Teacher D said, it's not because we don't want no system. We want a system. Like, I don't want it to be a free-for-all. There's got to be some kind of system, but not a system that is oppressive. We can have a system that everyone is striving and everyone is have the potential to realize their dream. Maybe not everyone will go after their dream. I understand that. Not everyone have the drive to go after their maximum potential, but at least if you give the chance to people to at least reach their potential, to instruct them on something real, like I said this morning, if we start telling the children the truth, it's a good starting point. But if we keep lying to the children and on everything, and keep lying to each other, and we keep this world in a state of lie, I don't see much wisdom coming out of there. So it's about inspiring the younger generation. That's what they need. They need inspiration. This is why I want to give my life, not maybe as maybe an example, if you want. I'm not perfect. It's not about being perfect anyway. I don't care about being perfect. It's not about that. The world is so confused if you think I care about being perfect. Ooh. No, I care about what I think of myself. So if I do something that I'm really not comfortable with, this is where I will back out because I don't feel it. Peace out.